Thank you, Tech4 and Triolo, for that amazing insight.
Game resumed.
And so now we will load in to game number five. Game number five. Spawning in the top position in the green, representing Team Born Gosu, it is Ulken.
And in the bottom left-hand corner map Oyorena, it is the yellow Zerg, gdoggcasey.
So yeah, Ulrena. I mean, what a map, right? I mean, I think it's pretty much everyone's least favorite map in the map pool that we use for this tournament.
No. Oh, in this tournament, yeah. I thought you meant the new
Yeah,
ladder maps. I was gonna be like, no, Coral Compound or whatever it's called, Knockout.
Core Hole Carnage, Knockout, LE, or whatever the ridiculously long name is.
8 positions on the map. Whoever thought in a 1v1 game you'd want 8 positions on the map? It's so foolish. I don't know. Sorry, David Kim.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway, the drone pestering the SAV while at home. He gets the hatchery up. He's getting the gas. Just a very normal hatch gas pool build. And it seems just like a Reaper expand from the Terran as well. Very standard game on the arena.
yeah, definitely looks like it. I mean, pool should be coming down pretty soon here. Yeah, and so yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary here. I'm looking forward to what gdoggcasey has in store because, I mean, historically at least, I believe this map is fairly Zerg favored. I mean, it's like Lings can just get across the map so quickly. Like you even see some Terran putting a supply depot in that choke point on the ladder. I mean, God, in the middle of the map. But it looks like Ulken is choosing not to do that, instead getting his expansion up on the high ground and a reactor for his barracks. Just nice and safe here.
I really, really like the safe build from Ulken because Roach Ravengers especially are really, really strong on this map. So just getting that command center on the high ground is a very safe play that I definitely agree with. But again, it seems like gdoggcasey just being normal. He pulls 2 guys out of gas once he has enough metabolic boost. Just gonna probably drone up for a little bit. I don't expect to see a Roach Warren this game, probably just a Bayonet. Drops are surprisingly, even though it's a close air distance, drops are surprisingly bad on this map because you can't have the Lings run up to the Overlord, put him in the Overlord, and drop him in the base because of all that dead airspace.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
SUV going down, first blood. And he's going to scout up here. He's going to see the reactor, but I don't think he'll see anything else. Yeah, he just sees the reactor, and that's it. Very good building positioning from Ulken.
Yeah, good stuff there. Does decide to get a tech lab on his factory as well as slow down his starport. Just very normal stuff here. Is choosing to secure that, trying to secure that natural base position, but of course there are Lings there to stop any of that business going on.
Here's the problem with building your natural and your main base, that these things are gonna kind of delay it for a little bit. But getting the Overlord, that's pretty nice. And now please go down the ramp, and you definitely want that command center to be lowered as soon as possible to start that orbital command. I kind of wish he started the orbital command while in his main, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
Yeah, and Ulken is now safe to do it. And yeah, does finally do it. These Lings are going to do what they can, but will get chased off by these Marines. Ulken trying to pick off what he can. Not going to happen. Siege tanks forming at the top of the ramp. Bane Nest finishing up now for gdoggcasey, as well as securing his third base. And so Gdogg, I think, is in a very good position so far.
I think we're in a very standard game right now, which is kind of weird. On Yorena, I don't see standard play all that often. I usually see the all-in type plays, usually a really aggressive opening just because you have that short distance. So this is kind of awkward. I do like this map, I will say. I do like this map for macro games. It's more spread out when you think, even when the rocks are taken down. So I like it, but I don't know how well it transfers. I'm thinking of PVT in my mind right now, so I don't know how it transfers over to ZVT. But we do have a siege tank moving out, the Medanks. I don't know if you can get a lot of damage done on this. I mean, Medank micro is like it's so micro intensive, and the amount of damage you can do is actually kind of minuscule. But I mean, with that said, he's gotten 4 drones already, 6 drones. Wow.
That's really big, actually. That's a nice pick off from him.
And that was completely for free. You're gonna build medevacs anyway. You're gonna build siege tanks anyway. That was a free 6 drones.
Yeah,
Very good play from Ulken.
yeah, nice job abusing gdoggcasey having his army out of position to deal with that. And I mean, like we saw that Spore Crawler being late. I think gdoggcasey just straight up wasn't expecting it. And
Why would he? I mean, you don't
Yeah.
see it until you're like a grandmaster.
Yeah,
So-
because it's just so micro intensive. I mean, I think here Ulken needs to be careful to keep his worker production up, but he's in a very good spot nonetheless, especially after getting that pick off. Splash damage, taking out that invisible creep there. So nice job from him.
You got to think that was also a huge commitment from Ulken, which sounds weird, but if he loses that medevac, that's so much gas down the drain. I think that's 250 gas down the drain before like 5 minutes. So just a very risky play that really, really paid off for Ulken. And now he's clearing creep. Wow, this is very well played.
Yeah, and he doesn't even. Have
I'd
to
be
push
scared if I
anything.
was gdoggcasey.
Yeah, nice. I think it's wise from Ulken not to push through that choke because even though he has those siege tanks, banelings are still such a huge threat to that bioforce, especially on creep. And so now he pulls back here and is just going to saturate up his natural base. Meanwhile, gdoggcasey choosing to get that centrifugal hooks now. Engineering bay and, armory coming down here for Ulken. Of course, having +1 infantry attacks on the way now.
I like gdoggcasey taking down the rocks. I always like to be the player taking down the rocks. Because if the other opponent doesn't know about it and they start walking towards that, towards the Zelnaga Watchtower, you can get such a good surround on them. And it can really give you a jump up on the engagement. So I like how we took those rocks down early. I hope he abuses it when Ulken tries to move out. It's a very good play. Oh, but now Ulken sees, he's like, oh, the rocks are down. That's kind of scary. And he sees the amount of links there are. So good scout from Ulken. Hopefully he doesn't lose that by 14. That would not be good.
Yeah, so now that Ulken knows about that, so long as he stays vigilant, he won't be caught by any sort of Ling run-by shenanigans. This Viking is getting some nice hits on this Overlord, but I don't think he'll be able to take it out. Or might just barely be able to take it. Okay, no.
Not worth it.
Yeah,
Taking
not
down
worth
an
there.
Overlord for a Viking? No, thank you.
Spire coming down now and is scouted by Ulken. And so that will finish up here. So I imagine some Muta play will come out here. Or we might see Corruptors like we saw in that game 1, I believe. So, yeah.
Kind of cool.
8 Mutas will be the choice for gdoggcasey. And I mean, honestly, I don't know how much damage this will be able to do. With this high of a Marine count, there are already missile turrets, like, pretty much everywhere. Stim finishing up soon. I mean, I'm not sure what these Mutas are going to be able to accomplish. Especially with Liberator production starting up now. With 2 already out.
2 Liberators, not a big deal, but I mean, can still be a little bit scary. If you lose track of your movements for like 3 seconds and they're able to get a couple volleys off, it's going to be kind of scary.
Yeah, like, that's huge damage.
That splash damage, oh, it's gross.
No Overlord speed here for Gdog, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah. No Overlord speed here, so that Overseer is kind of lagging behind the army, but of course won't really matter too much because there aren't Widow Mines to worry about from Ulken. And now 2-2 and combat shields on the way here, as well as ship weapons for Ulken. +2 carapace attacks. These Mutas try to do some damage, not really able to accomplish much. 1 Muta going all the way down to the red there.
So I really like that the Mutas didn't do any damage for Ulken. The only thing I don't like is that he rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets. It seems a little bit of an overkill. Oh, we do see an engagement going over at the 3rd. He won't be able to deny the 3rd.
Yeah, he lost quite a bit of Mutas there. But these links will deny that. The CC is in the middle of... Yeah, no, that's definitely going down.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh
on
no.
5. He might lose it just barely before he can repair it. Oh, and it's stopping. Okay. This Bioforce does push back the Lings, but this Command Center in the
It's gonna
red, it's
die.
flaming. No rescue in sight. It's trying to land.
He can't land a mule. Oh, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
That's a huge
wow.
goal for Ulken. Kind of his first major blunder in this game.
Yeah, and the
And now here we go. And now the tank's on siege.
oh
Oh
man,
man.
huge Baneling hits right on top of those tanks. The Liberators were just a little too far forward there and didn't buy enough time. They just weren't scary enough. Nice pickup on these mutas. Doesn't actually finish them off though. And so now Ulken suddenly on the back foot, trying to secure the third base again on the low ground. Not what he wants. And I mean, Ulken really can't afford to rebuild that army. That was so expensive for him. Lost really just to Ling Bane, which is the cheapest army G-Dog could possibly have gone for.
This game was going so well for Ulken. I hate to say it, but it was just going so well for him. But the second he lost that third, it just seemed like everything was going downhill for him. He lost his army, lost his third. Still doesn't have a third up. Doesn't even have a command center on the way. G-Dog finds himself in a glorious position. I mean, oof. I fear for the Ulken. Well, good job for G-Dog, Casey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great engagements there from G-Dog. Nice job ignoring those two Liberators in that engagement on the right side of the map and choosing just to go straight for that juicy bio tank. And now I mean, Ulken just has to kind of sit and hope. I mean, he can't afford to secure a third. He can't really do anything except get upgrades and hope he can take a amazing engagement. But I mean, really, what he needs here is he needs to be able to like do something that will push this game back in his favor. Whether that be somehow sneaking in a drop and sniping some tech, I don't know. Um,
It's
yeah,
such a problem though. gdoggcasey is getting his 3-3, getting Adrenal Glands, getting the Ultralisk Cavern up. Ulken, he has time to rebuild his forces, but he will not have enough time to get the Liberator count he wants to deal with those Ultras, to get the Marine count that he wants to deal with those Cracklings. Unless he has, I even think with like innovation level splits, he's not going to be able to handle this onslaught of Zerg that's inevitable to come.
yeah, he's moving out a drop across the top side of the map, which I like the thought of. But whenever you have an army of the opponent that can just A move and kill you, I mean, you need all the help you can get. I mean, Ultralisk's production is starting up now. Adrenal Glands is finishing up soon. Ultralisk armor already on the way, as well as +3. I mean, this is
That's one
just
thing Ulken has though, is that his upgrades are actually really nice. He'll have +3/+2, while the Zerg has 3/3. Not the worst. I noticed that a lot of Terrans don't like to get the +3 armor for whatever reason. I think it's foolish as a mainly Protoss player, but I guess it's not that big of a deal to not have that last armor. But then again, like, it's Cracklings, so like even one armor counts.
yeah, like this army is gonna get taken out here, and I imagine this medevac will get picked off. No, does manage to escape. Oh,
He just scouted the Ultras though.
yeah,
And, once all the upgrades finish, those Ultras are going to be so scary. 2/2 Ultras aren't anything to write home about. 2/2 Ultras are kind of bad. But considering 3 upgrades are about to finish,
yeah.
they are very scary after that.
This army of G-Dog is about to get so much stronger, and now it comes in here, and it's going to try and deny this. The Banelings kind of aren't doing very much, but a lot of that bio still goes down. And I mean that now the Ultras are closing in as well as the rest of this Ling force, and this army is getting shredded for Ulken. The Zerg force is now up in the natural. GG is called. Lit strikes again.
GG Gratz, what a mannered player. I mean, again, I think everything went downhill the second gdoggcasey attacked the third. That was a very good timing from gdoggcasey. But now, let's hit up the analyst's desk and give it to the Masters of Ceremony, Tech 4 in Trio.